from High Tech Legion, CES 2014, and we're here with Kingston. They're going to go ahead and bring us around the showroom to show us some of their new innovations. So let's go ahead and take a look.
All right, so what we've got here is a sneak peek at future server memory technology. Coming out later in 2014 will be the next generation of DDR called DDR4. The starting speed for this will be 2133 megahertz, and it's each module just requires 1.2 volts to operate, so it's much less than current DDR3 and DDR3L. This particular system is a future platform. We got special permission from Intel to show you. Can't tell you much about this other than we've got 2 processors and it supports 384 gigabytes of server memory right now. So we have that running live, and you can see on the screen a snapshot of the BIOS. 2133 MTs per second with 384 gigs total running.
Awesome. So we're not sure how soon in the future this is
probably Q3. Q3. Intel likes to launch things around September IDF in San Francisco, so that's probably when I would guesstimate it would be out.
Okay.
Another couple demos we've got going on is we will be introing a HyperX headset. Now the cool thing about this is we've designed it to be ultra comfortable, right? We're calling this like the clap, right? And basically we've got a 5 to 25K hertz range, so nice, good, solid clarity. Speaker for those gamers, so keep an eye out for this to be available soon, right? It's got embroidered.
Is that a leather?
Yeah, leather embroidered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
So we worked really hard on this product. So this will be the first in our complement of HyperX accessories for the gaming system.
Okay.
This particular demo we've got going, we are showing off 4K. This monitor is on loan to us from our friends at Asus, and we're showing some 4K video that was shot in the Hollywood Hills. And on this particular system, we're showing 32 gigs with our HyperX running at 2133 megahertz. So fully utilizing all of that memory capacity to make this video happen.
So I see that with the new HyperX Furies, you went to a lower profile memory.
We sure did. So we're doing an ID refresh on our entry-level HyperX line, which is currently known as Blue. We're going to rebrand that as Fury.
Okay.
And these are some of the sample colors that we'll be offering. We've got some other colors that we're considering as well. But so far, this is going to be the look and feel. Nice low profile, different design of the heat spreader, and we're going to have a nice speed range as well.
Very good.
On this side, what we're showing off is the complement of SODIMM for our HyperX product line. So on the SODIMMs, we're able to offer some higher performance, different speed grades, and depending on the type of system, whether or not it's supported, we've got starting down below end, 1600 megahertz. We then have a system, the NUC system from Intel, and this is at 1866. We've got the Gigabyte bricks running 2133. And then here on the very high end, this is a platform from ASRock, and we've got some prototype modules in there running 2400 megahertz. So a little bit of a peek at what's capable on these systems. Depends on who's going to support it and what the board is capable of doing, but the potential is there for us to have these products. Now you can see it's running at 2400 megahertz.
2400 on the MEM test. Very good.
So as an engineering prototype on these, we're just showing that we can run these on this system. Currently there aren't any of these platforms on the market that will actually truly support that speed native. So we're working with the companies like ASRock and Intel and Gigabyte to let them know that, hey, we have the product available for those gamers that want these small platforms. We can make that memory run faster.
Hey guys, so today we're showing 24 of our server class SSDs attached to 3 of LSI's latest generation RAID controllers, configured in a RAID 10 configuration. We're delivering about 6,000 megabytes a second read and 3,000 megabytes a second write. 3,000 megabytes a second write because of the RAID 10 configuration. And what we're showing here is we're serving up so we're running 50 instances of Windows 7 through VMware Workstation 10. They're all configured with 2 gigabytes of memory and 50 gigabytes of SSD server storage. And we are running 50 videos and slideshows simultaneously off of the disk array. So very, very high performance. And the SSDs is really what's making what we're seeing here possible.
Okay.
Here we're showing a couple of different demos. One, we're showing off our 1 terabyte SSD that we'll be releasing in Q1 of this year. We've also added larger capacity mSATA drives to our S-series lineup of SSDs. Yep, we're going to add a 240 and 480 gig drive configuration for mSATA. mSATA is still very, very popular on notebooks, desktops, and we even see it with servers as well. And new for us is going to be a half-byte PCI Express SSD card. This is our first jump into the PCI Express SSD market. We're planning a mid-year release for this with LSI's next generation of storage processors. We'll also have a 2.5-inch drive version of this as well. So we'll be kind of doing a refresh mid-year on the 2.5-inch drives as well. This is an M.2 drive configured for, I believe this one's configured for serial ATA. But M.2 you're able to configure for serial ATA or PCI Express. And we're going to see more and more motherboards coming out with M.2 sockets as well. That's the new HyperX PCI Express SSD.
So what are you getting out of?
So right now we're getting 1,800 megabytes a second.
1,800. Very good.
Out of the basically fully saturated the PCI Express slot. So again, this is alpha release. We're just in the early stages here. Nonetheless, looking really forward to launching this line of drives.
All right, now we're sitting down with David. He's going to show us some portable things from Kingston, and they seem to be very interesting. So let's take a look.
Thanks, Paul. First thing I'd like to talk about today is a brand new, or a next generation secure USB drive for consumers here. This is called our Data Traveler Locker Plus G3 for Gen 3. So this is the third version of this drive, and what it basically does is it hardware encrypts your data. So, you know, we hear a lot about people losing USBs. These things, by their nature, they're so small, right? You know, people lose it all the time. So one of the things you can do, one of the simplest things you can do, and it's very, very affordable, is, you know, when you put your private data on here, whether it could be music, it could be videos, maybe it's tax returns or, you know, work documents, school documents, that kind of thing. This has hardware encryption on it. So it protects your data. So what will happen is you need a password to get in, and it's hardware encrypted. Very strong encryption means it's very hard to hack it. And the reason why is because you can have 10 attempts with the password. If you get it wrong after the 10th attempt, it'll force a reformat. And so what that means is it'll wipe all the data, and you got to start all over again. So at least this gives you peace of mind. And this is available now. It comes starts at 8 gigabyte and goes all the way to 64 gigabyte.
64 max.
Yeah. So it's just one of the things we're trying to do. We're just trying to bring security really to mass consumers. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is an upcoming device here called Data Traveler Micro Duo. And what this is here is that this is specifically designed for on-the-go devices. That's something we're hearing about more and more. On the go is a specification from the USB Association. USB Association, I mean, really it's the governing body for USBs. So, what you're showing there is essentially a USB drive. This is a prototype here. On one side is a micro USB connector. On the other side is a standard USB 2.0 connector. Very small, very easy to put in your pocket, very easy to take with you. And it's also so small that you can actually leave it plugged into your device. If you have an Android phone or tablet, there's a couple ways you can get the data on and off of there, right? I think most people are probably going to plug their phone into the host device, a PC. Or it's got a micro SD slot. Some of the tablets have SD slots on there. That's another way you can get in there. If you have a phone that doesn't have either slot, it's still a micro USB charging port. This is the perfect device for it. We've gone ahead and loaded this device with some movies and music on there. What I'm going to do is go ahead and plug it in on my Asus tablet here, my Asus Android tablet, and we'll go do a quick demo here for you. There we go. I'm using the native file. Actually, I'm using the ES file explorer.
Okay.
One of the more popular ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really, the native file explorer will work too. Right? In this case, I'm using the ES. As you can see here, the USB disk one, it's already read it, so I'm just going to go ahead and tap on that. It's showing my device. I actually put some movies, some music, and some photos on here. So if we start with some photos,
Oh, beautiful.
you see, everything that you see here is on the USB.
Okay.
So very simple, Let's just say, hey Paul, hey, I'm showing you these pictures, man. I really like this picture, Or actually, you and I, we're not going to want pictures of the Eiffel Tower. You know what we're going to want to do? We're going to want to watch the Avengers. So, really what it does is very simple. We put movies on here, we play it right off of the USB.
Okay.
So it's easy file transfer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying we're file sharing, but if you wanted this movie, it's easy plugging into your computer. By the way, I did buy this copy, so it's okay. And you can see that on the latency side. There we go. Simple as that.
That's
No lag.
Yeah, there was no lag whatsoever.
Yeah, no lag whatsoever.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's the Data Traveler Micro Duo from Kingston. This will come in starting at 8 gigabyte and go all the way to 64.
Okay.
And we should see this available in late Q1 or early Q2.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the last device I want to show you guys. It's a brand new SD card coming. This is our brand new SD card designed specifically for 4K video shooting. A lot of cameras these days, are shooting 4K. That seems to be like this in thing, right? It's it's even higher than Ultra HD.
Okay.
So when you're shooting 4K video, it requires a minimum speed class, 30 megabytes per second data transfer on a write speed. This card will go 80 to 90 megabytes read and write.
Okay.
So it far surpasses that. So if you're shooting 4K, HD, Ultra HD, this is the perfect card. Perfect card for it. A very fast card, captures all the data for you. This should be out in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's the brand new. It's a STXC card from Kingston. It meets on the technical side, it meets a specification called UHS-1 Class 3, Ultra High Speed 1 Class 3. That's an official technical spec. That spec is specifically targeted to 4K shooting.
4K shooting.
Yeah, and that's why Kingston comes out with this.
Okay.
Also, starting at 8 gig, will go all the way up to 64 gig.
All the way up to 64.
Yeah, you should find this in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we have here at Kingston this year at CES
Well,
2014.
thank you very much, David.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. That was Kingston. So we'll be back up in a few to show you the next stop on our CES tour of 2014. This is Paul from High Tech Legion. Stay thirsty, my friends. Bye-bye.